Hey, what's the crack, and welcome to or back to the channel. I recently released a video showing you how to get the best results for your footage using the stabilizer inside of DaVinci Resolve. But did you know that you can actually use that stabilizer to amplify the camera shake in your footage? Let's jump into the software and take a look at how it all works. In today's example, we're going to be accessing DaVinci Resolve's stabilizer via the color page, but this is available on the edit page and the cut page as well, I believe. So on this middle set of panel options, we'll come to the fifth icon for the tracker panel. And within this, we have three options for window tracker, stabilizer tracker, and effects tracker. We'll of course want the stabilized tracker. In the previous video, where our aim was to reduce the camera shake, we cranked our smooth and strength settings up full, and we toggled through our three different stabilizing options, and we found that similarity was a good middle of the road option for us. And then from there, we dialed in smooth and strength to 0.5 and 0.5 to find that sweet spot of added stabilization without introducing too many artifacts. As it stands, the strength setting is the application of the smoothness setting. When set to 0, it'll apply no additional smoothness, and when set to 1, it'll be the maximum application of our smooth setting. But we can actually set this to a minus value. So instead of counteracting the camera movements, it's actually going to amplify the camera movements. And just note here how much we have to crop in or zoom in on the image in order to avoid those annoying black pixels from creeping in onto the edge of the frame. Just like traditional stabilization, going too aggressive with the strength and smoothness can lead to unwanted artifacts, and I'm definitely noticing some of that at the very start of this piece of footage. So I'm going to dial this in a bit better to a smooth setting of 0.5 and a strength setting of minus 0.5. And to me, this is yielding nice balanced results of adding that extra camera shake without introducing unwanted artifacting. The last thing we'll want to do here is to add a slight bit of extra motion blur to this shot so that the amount of motion blur in the shot is matching the amount of movement. Motion blur is found under the motion effects beside our noise reduction settings. I'm just going to keep everything on the default, and I'm just simply increasing the amount of motion blur until I can actually see a difference to my eye in the shot. And then as a rule of thumb, if I can see it with my eye instantly, it's probably a bit aggressive. So I tend to then half that figure and take it from there. This detail is very subtle, and we will probably struggle to see it over YouTube's compression, but I thought it was still a very important detail to cover, and it's something you should always keep in mind when adding movement to your footage. There should be a bit of motion blur added too. You might be asking yourself, what if my footage has no camera shake in it for us to amplify? It was, say, shot locked off on a tripod. How do I then get organic, real looking camera shake added to that footage? Well, I have a very cool trick for that as well, which we're going to discuss in the next episode. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see when that video goes live. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. We came to fight.